Fit like it, folks, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm starting a new series all about Calimoto. They're just going to be nice, quick, easy vids, taking you through step by step all the basics of this cracking motorcycle navigation and tracking app. Alright then, let's crack on.
Down in the dirt.
Calimoto themselves, they have a full tutorial series over on their own channel, but it's in German, so they've asked me to do one in English. This first one is going to be the basics. How do you set up your account and how do you get started with it? I will go into more depth later on in this series, so if there's specific things you want me to cover, let me know in the comments down below. So, Calimoto, what is it? It's basically the best motorcycle specific navigation app and tracker available today. If, like me, you used to use Garmin Basecamp, you'll know what a pig that was. With Calimoto, it is a cinch. I can share it amongst my friends, I can import and export GPX files. It works on both iOS and Android, and there's also a desktop version, and both sync seamlessly. It offers worldwide map coverage, and you can even download individual specific maps. I had it recently going to Switzerland. My data plan with giffgaff doesn't cover Switzerland, so it was going to cost me a fortune to use my data, download the maps, and I can use them without the phone signal. You can also still track your routes in offline map mode, and as soon as you connect back up to Wi-Fi or to a data signal, everything is updated seamlessly between your phone and the desktop version. One of the key points of Calimoto is the random round trip function, or you can just use it as a traditional route planning system, and I'll cover both of those very shortly. It's got a searchable database of not only locations, but also biker meetups, cafes, tourist attraction, mountain passes, sightseeing spots. There's loads and they're being added all the time. It also now has a projected weather forecast for your route, not only the current weather, but also projected over the next 24 hours. It also offers a variety of terrain layers, and the built-in algorithm even identifies the really twisty roads to help make planning a route much easier. Okay, so I've convinced you. How do you get going with it? For me, I'll plot my big major tours, I'll do it on the desktop version, and it's automatically synced up to my phone, and I can just go straight out onto the bike, open up that route, bosh, off we go. You either go onto the desktop version, which is at calimoto.com, or pick up your phone, whether it's iOS or Android, go to your app store and search for Calimoto. Download, install onto your phone, bosh, job done. Now you're going to have to set up an account. Sounds like a headache, it really isn't. Whether you're on phone or desktop, all you have to do is sign in. There's a variety of different options available there with your Apple account, Google, Facebook, or chuck in your email, hit continue, select your password, and job done. Okie dokie, now you're all set up with an account, you want to plot a route. There's a couple of ways you can do it, whether you're on the desktop version or on your phone. I'll cover both. When you open the app, first thing you'll be able to see down in the bottom left there is rides. Based on your GPS location, you can scroll through there and see if any of these rides take your fancy. If you find one that you really like, just tap it, scroll through there. That tells you a little bit about it. Ratings, there's a little bit of analytics, and if the person submitted any actual text to tell you about that route, you can read that. You either tap the map or hit preview. That opens it up here. If you hit start planning, it automatically adds it as a route to your app. You can see here the various different waypoints are all numbered sequentially. You can reverse that direction, so if you don't want to do that clockwise, you want to go the other way, just bottom left here where the arrows are, tap that and it reverses it round. You can also see it showing you speed camera locations there, as well as different points of interest like sightseeing points and things like that. If you tap planner, you can see all these different waypoints are all listed here individually, and by tapping the little down arrow here, you can alter the twistiness of each of those individual sections. So let's just say I want to get to the first point as quick as possible, then I can just hit that down arrow and I can go fast, put me on the fastest roads possible, likely be motorways, big dual carriageways, whatever there's the fastest way there. And let's say for 4 to 5, let's say I want to put that on super twisty, 8 to 9 I might want to put that onto like dual carriageway type things. And then for the last part, just to get home, get me on the fastest roads possible. Hit calculate, boom. and it does it. It'll alter the route depending on your choices. You hit start navigation, gives you a couple of different options from keeping the actual route exactly as it was, and then you simply navigate your way to that start point, right through to take me from where I am right now, miss out the original start point, and let's go straight to point 1, point 2, whatever it is that you want to do. Hit the start and off you go. Let's say you're not interested in anyone else's rides and you want to do your own thing. Lovely job. This is where Calimoto really comes into play. It's called the random round trip planning function. If you hit planner, hit round trip, you get this little display here. Let's say I use this all the time for my review rides. Sometimes I'm in all different parts of the country. I don't know where I'm going. I'm taking a bike out to do a little review on it. So I hit round trip. I say, right, I want to do 120 miles. Let's say I want to head southwest from where I am currently. And then you hit calculate. It'll then work out a route for you. If you're not happy, you hit that sort of recycle button. It'll work out another route for you. You can keep going through that until you find one that you like. Again, you can reverse the direction of it. Hit the little arrows down in the bottom left. If you hit planner, again, you can alter the twistiness of each individual section. Again, you can add via points just by pushing and holding on the map itself. Hit set as a via, or you could set that as destination if you wanted. You can totally tailor this exactly as you like. You can zoom right in. You can move these points if you want. Just push, hold, move them around to another location. You've got total freedom to change the route as you like. You can even reorder them in the actual planning part there. So let's say you want to move that down there. Let's move that back up here. You've got complete control on your route. Fill your boots and enjoy. You can also use it as a standard sort of sat nav. So let's say you know exactly where you want to be going. You can search for that address. Now I will say this searchable database for the UK particularly isn't very good. What I tend to find, if I'm going to a location that I don't actually know where it is, I'll look on either Google Maps or Apple Maps or something like that. I'll find it on that map, see exactly where it is. Then I come to the map here on Calimoto. I'll zoom straight in, find the location on this map, push and hold, set it as destination, and that's it. It plots a route for you. Again, you can alter the start location, just tap there, you can search for it, or again, you could just push and hold, set as start, and it will work out the route for you there. Again, you can alter the twistiness of that particular route, and you can add via points to your heart's content. I think there is a maximum distance of your route, something like 3,000 kilometers or 3,500 kilometers. So when I did the round the UK Sinus 125 route, I had to split that into two. Fairly easy. How often are you going to plan a route that is more than 3,000 Ks? Not that often, and it's not a great hardship if you do need to split it up. The great thing about Calimoto is no matter what you do on the phone or the desktop, they're always totally synced up because it's the one same web-based account that you're using. So those routes I've just planned on here, once they're saved or they're tracked, they'll automatically be added to my rides. Another great function of Calimoto is the tracking. So let's say you've not actually got a specific route, or you're following someone else who knows the route and you want to track that ride. Very easy. Open up the app, tap on map, and then hit track ride. Simple as that. At the end, once you've finished your ride, up in the top right here, you can hit pause, you hit end, and it will automatically store that route for you. By the way, up in the top right here, that pause button, whenever you're using Calimoto, you can tap that and that will allow you to pause the actual ride or end the ride. So whether you've finished your actual route or you finish it prematurely, hit end and it will automatically save whatever you've done. Going back to this searchable database, it's a fairly new function which has been released by Calimoto. So let's say you've not really got any idea where you want to go, you can just hit that tourist attraction. There's Windsor Castle, whack that in as a destination. Calimoto automatically works out the route for me. These details, things like biker meetups and things like that, for the UK one at least, it's not that in depth as yet, but the more of us that use it in the UK and designate places as biker meetups, the better that database is going to become. Okay, so we know how to do it on the app. How do you do it on the desktop version? This is what I use for most of my actual big routes and things like that. Come on to calimoto.com, sign into your account, then up to Trip Planner. The desktop version doesn't have the round trip, the random round trip generator. That's purely on the app. Again, once you're over here, you can set your start location. Let's just say I want to go Brighton. Have that as my start location. I want to go to Land's End. As I was saying there, the database for the UK in particular is not great. However, I know Senning Cove, that's where it's going to be. So I can either click on that, or alternatively, I come across onto the map and I can zoom right in. I've already got a favourite marked there myself, but I know that is where Land's End is. Right click, set as destination, and bosh, it works out the route for you. Again, we can change how twisty that's going to be. Just tap on the twisty meter. You can set it as purely motorway, so it'll take you the fastest route possible. You can put it on super twisty if you've got premium membership, which I'll cover in a second, or anything in between. We can also add in some waypoints along the way, nice and easily. Let's say we want to do the beautiful A39, so we want to go up to Minehead and we want to come right down that A39 route down along the North Devon coast. I'll scroll right in. I know I want to be there on the A39. Right click, create a waypoint. I zoom out and I know exactly where I want this to take me. You can see I've done this route before, but again, right click, create a waypoint. You can force this to do a specific route you like, just like any normal sat nav. By putting in waypoints, you can force it to go the direction you want. Again, we can change the twistiness of each of these sections. So 3 to 4, I know I want it to follow that sort of direct route. So 3 to 4 here, whack that onto a straightish setting, and it jumps onto the route that we want to go, which is the A39. Same for 4 to destination. I want it to follow that main route. Bosh, there we go. So you can see with this, you've got total control. Hit save, call it whatever you like. You can put in some comments there. Hit save. And now that is saved to your web-based account. So if we open up the app, tap on My Rides, and there it is, Brighton to Land's End. Hit start navigating. I'm going to go via start, so I want it to navigate me to the start, and off we go. Really is that easy, folks. There's lots of other little intricacies in there which we'll go into in later vids, but that will get you up and running. Pricing. How does the pricing work? Well, it goes from the free package right through to our yearly membership. You can see what the free basic package allows you, but then alternatively, if you jump across into the premium function that are available to you. Obviously, I'm going to tell you to go for premium, and whether I was sponsored by Calimoto or not, premium is the one I personally would go for because it unlocks everything in the app. The free version will limit you geographically purely to round about the area where you are. You can pay a one-off fee for all worldwide maps, which is about 100 quid, or alternatively you can elect to go for the premium function. You can just go for that weekly, which I think is around about 7 quid, 6.99. You're going away on tour for the week, you can buy that week for 6.99, or alternatively you can buy it on an annual yearly basis for 49.99. If you think about it, a sat nav itself, you're generally looking into the hundreds of pounds. With this app, the algorithm that's available, it's a cracking bit of kit for $49.99 a year. It is well worth it. I will be going much further in depth into it about route planning, sharing, importing and exporting your routes as GPX files, and loads more. Let me know in the comments what particular aspects of Calimoto you'd like me to cover. If you'd like a code for a month's free trial of the premium functions of Calimoto, contact me either via info@TeapotOne.com, or make sure you're following me on Instagram or Facebook and DM me. Don't put that in the comments because I'll not put a code in the comments because somebody else will nick it. These codes are one time only, so if you've had one already, it will not recognise it with your account. Links are given down below in the description for everything covered here. I'll see you in the next one. Alright folks, keep doing your thing, look after those that you love, but most importantly, live your life. Woo-ha!